Weddings are a celebration of love, but sometimes they can also be a gateway for envy and dark intentions to creep into a couple's lives. Adaobi and Damilare Onasanya were the poster couple for love, wealth, and power. Yet, what was meant to be a happily ever after turned into a nightmare that no one could have anticipated. This story is a cautionary tale of why you should pray before you collect a wedding gift. The city was abuzz with talk of Adaobi and Damilare's wedding. Invitations had gone out to the creme de la creme of society, and the event was held at one of the most opulent venues in Lagos. The bride was radiant in a diamond-studded gown, and the groom couldn't hide his joy as he said, "I do." Among the sea of well-wishers at the wedding were notable figures, governors, businessmen, clerics, even Stella, her father Chief Emeka Okoye's former mistress, who was infamous for her sharp tongue and fiery clashes with her mother Lady Nkem. To everyone's surprise, Stella attended the wedding with her daughter she had for Chief Okoye, Nkechi, and even presented an extravagant flat-screen television as a gift. Amaka, Adaobi's childhood friend and bridesmaid. She had been Adaobi's rock during the wedding preparations, ensuring every detail was perfect, and also helped with collecting gifts. There was a lot to eat, enough to drink. The wedding was the talk of the town. Everyone kept whispering to themselves and admiring the beautiful couple. Young men felt intimidated and inspired. Young ladies fantasized about having such a fairy tale wedding. Everyone in the wedding went home with very expensive gifts as souvenirs. The newlyweds were showered with blessings and a lot of gifts, but unknown to them, one of their gifts carried a sinister secret. The couple after the wedding jetted off to the Maldives where they had a very beautiful and lovely honeymoon. It was like heaven on earth for the couple and life seemed so perfect for them at that moment. The first signs of trouble appeared just days after the couple returned from their honeymoon in the Maldives. Adaobi noticed Damilare had become unusually irritable, snapping at her over minor issues. She could not understand what was going on, but felt he was probably just stressed with resuming work. One evening, Adaobi prepared his favorite meal, pounded yam and egusi soup, but Damilare pushed the plate away. "This soup tastes off," he muttered. "It's the same way I've always made it," Adaobi retorted, her voice rising. The argument got very heated, and they didn't speak to each other throughout that day. It was the first of many arguments. Over the next weeks, their disagreements escalated. At a dinner party hosted by Adaobi's parents, Damilare accused her of undermining him during a conversation about investments. Stella the mistress was also at the dinner smirking and seemingly having fun as the couple quarreled. Adaobi's mother looked at Stella visibly irritated, wondering what was amusing her. Well, she couldn't blame her entirely, though. Her husband gave her the privilege. At church, while the pastor was preaching, Adaobi scolded Damilare. This caused an argument between them that drew the attention of the whole church, but they didn't care. They got up shouting more loudly while church members muttered to themselves. The pastor stopped preaching, amazed as to what was happening. Damilare stormed out of service after Adaobi told people trying to settle them that she scolded him for checking his phone. During a date night, the waiter brought the bill. Damilare asked Adaobi to pay. She refused. Damilare became embarrassed and got angry. They argued so loudly over who should pay the bill that other diners recorded them, and the video went viral online. They became an object of mockery and laughter throughout that week. The couple that everyone had adored was now the subject of gossip and pity. They were both sober and could not explain what was happening to them. Lady Nkem was convinced Stella was behind the couple's troubles. "That woman has always wanted to ruin my family," she hissed to Adaobi. Meanwhile, Chief Femi Onasanya privately wondered if Damilare's old rivals in the business world were playing some sort of spiritual trick. Adaobi, desperate for answers, confided in her best friend Amaka. "It's like there's a dark cloud hanging over my marriage," she said, tears streaming down her face. Amaka hugged her tightly. "Don't worry, Ada. You and Dami will get through this. I'm here for you." Amaka showed Adaobi unwavering support that only perfect friends could give. She was more than a sister during this period. Adaobi could not be more thankful for having such a friend. One evening, Damilare stumbled upon a comment online that suggested spiritual interference could be causing their marital discord. He read about how gifts can be used to interfere with people's lives. He brought the idea to Adaobi. "We need to get rid of that television," he said firmly. "Who knows what Stella might have done to it?" Adaobi agreed. Together, they smashed the TV in their backyard and burned the pieces. As the flames consumed the once beautiful screen, they prayed for deliverance. For a moment, it felt like the air in their home had lightened. But peace was short-lived. The very next night, the couple's most absurd fight yet erupted. They had ordered suya, drinks and popcorn to enjoy while watching a nice romantic movie. They were having a good time until Adaobi reached for the last piece of suya. Damilare stopped her. "That's mine," he said, glaring at her. "Excuse me? I've only had 2 pieces and you've had 3, she shot back. The argument spiraled into chaos. They shouted, pointed fingers, and eventually flung the suya wrappers at each other. The neighbors overheard the commotion and burst out laughing, assuming the couple was joking. But for Adaobi and Damilare, it was no laughing matter. They argued and kept malice, not talking to each other for weeks. At their wits' end, the couple sought help from their pastor, a wise and compassionate man known for his spiritual discernment. After church Sunday, they went to see the pastor. After listening to their story, the pastor prayed with them and then said, "Someone has given you a gift with malicious intent. That item is in your home, and it's the source of your troubles." "We already destroyed the television," Adaobi explained. The pastor shook his head. "No, that wasn't it. This gift came from someone you trust deeply. Pray for clarity, and the truth will be revealed." Adaobi began replaying her memories of the wedding day, focusing on the gifts they had received. Her mind lingered on the painting Amaka had given them. She recalled how insistent Amaka had been about hanging it in their living room. When she mentioned her suspicions to Damilare, he dismissed them. "Amaka? Impossible. She's been nothing but supportive." Still, Adaobi couldn't shake her unease. She invited Amaka over under the guise of needing advice. During the visit, Adaobi casually asked about the painting. Adaobi asked Amaka about the painting and who painted it. She told her she wanted to get another one like that. She should take her to the painter. Amaka's response was evasive, and her body language shifted. That night, Adaobi confided in Damilare. "I think Amaka is hiding something," she said. They decided to pray and fast for 7 days. The pastor warned them not to fight and leave the house to a quiet place for the prayers. They heeded and prayed. After the prayers, the next day, they confronted Amaka in her house. At first, she laughed off their accusations. But when pressed further, her facade crumbled. "Yes, I did it," she admitted, tears streaming down her face. "Do you know what it's like to live in someone else's shadow? You have everything: Ada, wealth, beauty, love. I just wanted you to feel what it's like to lose." Amaka revealed that she had consulted a spiritualist to place a charm on the painting, ensuring it would cause constant fights. She begged for forgiveness from the couple. Adaobi angrily left her house. Damilare followed her. Devastated by the betrayal, Adaobi and Damilare sought their pastor's help to cleanse their home. They burned the painting and prayed fervently, asking God to restore peace to their marriage. Surprisingly, Stella emerged as a voice of reason, proving her sincerity in gifting the television. She even mended her relationship with Lady Ngem, proving that people aren't always what they seem. As for Amaka, Adaobi forgave her but decided to distance herself from the friendship. Adaobi and Damilare's story became a powerful reminder to others. Not all gifts are given with good intentions, and it's essential to pray over everything you receive, especially on your wedding day. Through faith and forgiveness, the couple overcame the storm, emerging stronger and more united than ever. If you enjoyed the story, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more entertaining African folktales.